So vouchers is another section, page 150 and 151. Vouchers have caused some disturbances among legislatures, school systems, teachers, principals, you name it. There's a little controversy with it. Maybe you'll understand more once we talk about it. It is the most controversial school choice option is the school vouchers. A voucher program issues a check or a credit that can be used by parents to send their child to a private school. All right, that's not so bad, perhaps. But then the next thing is most voucher programs are funded with state tax dollars. That's what's causing some issues. Typically, the amount of a voucher is equivalent to the amount of the public school receives for each student. So it's almost like a credit will be given for a whole school year for that one child, and then they can take that money. If they're not handed, it's not handed to them, but they can get a voucher, and that money's put toward a private. Now, if the private's more than that, parents will have to take care of the rest of it, the cost of it. Research on voucher programs has found that students' academic achievement has not improved as a result of vouchers, so it's not helped much. So I don't know, if parents started doing some research on this, they might decide, well, I think I'll just leave mine where they're at. We too often, we don't dig enough as parents into what's really going on in the school building. And I think that they might see some things in a different light if that happened. Graduation, just because you're private doesn't make you better. Just because you're private doesn't make you worse. But sometimes parents feel like because it's private that their child's going to get a special education. Not always the case. Graduation rates have been higher for students with a voucher than for their peers who remained in public schools, but researchers have not been able to determine whether the difference is due to the private school or to the motivation of their parents to move their children to a private school, and then the parents are more involved to make sure the child is successful there because they went to all the trouble to get them there, and perhaps they're having to pay a little bit extra because the voucher didn't cover it all. Okay, all of a sudden I've got money, you're in my pocketbook, and I'm going to make sure my children. So there's not an exact reason why. It could be the whole atmosphere in a private school might make a student feel more important, maybe feel a little higher up in status. I don't know. No research can pinpoint the reason why, but graduation rates are, maybe the students are just happier in that situation. Not sure, but graduation rates are better in that situation.